delegates and keynote speakers. They have joined us on Zoom and we are also live on YouTube. So today we have among us our chief guest Dr. Ajay Singh, Registrar, Maharana Pratap Horticulture University, Karnal, Haryana. May we welcome sir with a big round of applause. Now I request Dr. R.S. Yadav, Dean Faculty of Agricultural Sciences, to felicitate Dr. Ajay Singh with short.
Hello.
So moving forward, I would like to invite Mr. Nawaz Hamid from Sher Kashmir Agriculture University uh, to receive this award for Excellence in Entrepreneurship and Startup Award 2023. Now I request Dr. R.S. Yadav, Dean Faculty of Agricultural Sciences, to felicitate Dr. Ajay Singh with short. Now I would like to request Dr. Meenakshi to inform us about the technical session one which will be going to start very soon. First technical session is keynote address. With your due permission, we want to start this session. Our technical key address, first speaker is Dr. Vijay Arora, and sir is the former director, consultant faculty, MHU Karnal, Marana Pratap Horticulture University Karnal, and one onliners. Sir, please, you are here.
Thank you very much. Listen to me. Okay.
So we welcome you, and so you are audible. Sir, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Sir, please, you can start, sir.
Okay, yeah, all right. Okay, so my screen is visible.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Sustainable crop production, and we have a great challenges and problems, and we'll try to give some solution for maintenance of soil fertility, soil health for our students, for researcher and policymakers. Uh, Really, it's a very important topic because our any agriculture, horticulture is dependent upon 60% the share is from the soil and water. So it's an important task, and sustainable agriculture, as we say that environmental health, economic profitability and social and economic equity, that contains these three things. And soil health maintenance is a really great challenge. Why? Because agriculture continues to be the mainstream of Indian economy. Future increase in agriculture has to come from the increase in the production, because already land have shrunk. We don't have much land to cultivate. Vital role of fertilizer is increasing. There is a lot of hue and cry that we are using fertilizer, and fertilizer is a zehar. I want to change the perception. Fertilizer is not a zehar, but it is a very important component of agriculture. Without use of fertilizer, we cannot survive. 41% for increasing the agriculture production is fertilizer. As you see that fertilizer consumption has increased from 2001 to 2020 about 86 kg per hectare to 133 per hectare. But unfortunately, bad is happening here. We are not using the balanced fertilization, or we are not using the balanced fertilizer use, because 60% of the fertilizer are being used are urea only, or not fertilizer. That's a challenge. We should have a specific ratio, 4:2:1. That means 4 nitrogen, 2 phosphorus and potash. But you see that it's very wide. In case of Punjab, where it is a great widening role, that is 1 kilo of nitrogen and 1 kilo of potash. So that's challenge. That's alarming. And what does that excessive use of nitrogen is causing? that is causing the environmental pollution. Like lot of nitrate is being released into the groundwater, and World Health Organization has pointed out that the nitrate concentration in the groundwater is increasing, and there is a greenhouse effect of nitrous oxide gases also. So balanced fertilization is must. How much to apply, when to apply, and how to apply. It's not a new thing. We are listening this for the last 100 years or so. But have we really done the balanced fertilization? No. That's the challenge. And integrated nutrient management. Everybody talks about that. But have we really come to the end of using this? No. We have to integrate with the chemical fertilizer with the use of organic manures. So for that, first and foremost thing is to have the soil and water testing. Because then we will come to know how much nutrient we are depleting from the soil, and how much we need, and how much, when to add and how to add. Plus the management of the soil. Lot of soils are marginal. 60% of Haryana soils are marginal. Marginal when I say they are salt affected, like sodic, saline, and we have to improve them. We have to reclaim them. We have to make the management for them. Recently, I have been chosen as a member for the task of water logging and salinity of soil of Haryana. It's a great challenge. The working group has been created by the Haryana Kisan Kalyan Pradhikaran. So we have to manage these things. When I come to the nitrogen, we should have the proper nitrification of the urea we add. There is a big problem for that, because we need to have microorganisms like nitrosomonas and nitrobacter in the soil, and otherwise there will be a leaching, volatilization losses, denitrification. These are the problems encountered when we are having the nitrogen application. Thanks to the government, that government has made it compulsory that we will have the nitrogen as a neem coated urea, and that's what it is, nitrogen stabilizer. That means slow release of the nitrogen and better utilization of nitrogen. So I will show that how much efficiency of the nitrogen and the other nutrients are there as such in our country. So similarly, phosphorus, we are now using phosphorus in a excess way also, because we should have the phosphorus application in terms of fertilizer recommendation from the soil test. Moreover, we are not using it properly, we are not applying it properly. I will show you why. Because we have to place this phosphorus near to the root. And this potassium is a great element and very less being cared in our country. Potassium plays a great role in respiration, chlorophyll development, maintenance of water in the plant, and translocation of sugarcane. It provides the resistance against all the biotic and abiotic stresses. I tell you, if you have the proper potassium application, and the soil is, and the plant is having a sufficient uptake of the potassium, so you will not encounter the disease and insect pests problem. they will be very lesser. So that's the alternative. Potassium enhances the crop yield. It gives the sugar content in the fruit, size, shelf life. Especially when we are telling the, we are aiming for the export of the quality of the fruit and vegetable. The fertilizer, otherwise your quality will be very poor. So we need to address these problems. Problems are there. The micronutrient deficiencies like zinc and iron are coming up. And moreover, with the intensive agriculture, the more intensive agriculture we will have, more the micronutrient deficiency will be encountered. So we need to address these problems. These were the problems which I was asking to be addressed. And now, another thing. Even we add the fertilizer, we are not getting the higher efficiencies. See that you are adding the nitrogen, but you are getting only 50% efficiency. Phosphorus, only 20% efficiency. What does that mean? That means that 100 kilo of the bag you are adding for phosphorus, but the utilization is only 20. So 80% where that goes? Waste or not utilized. I would not say waste, but certainly not underutilized. Similarly, for the potassium, though efficiency is quite high, but still we can increase it to 100%. Sulfur, you see that only 10% is being used by the, whatever we add, only 10%. Rest fixed into the soil, leached in or volatilized, anything can happen. So we have to restrict those things. Micronutrient, only 2% help. Rest where that fixes into the soil and not being utilized. So, as I say that we should be thankful to the government that it has made mandatory, at least for the urea, to increase its efficiency by doing neem-coated urea. Now see that broadcast fertilizer. It's a very, very, I would say, good method. What we should do, we should band place the fertilizer near to the root, because particularly phosphorus, you see that does not dissolve into the soil and does not travel to the root. It gets fixed into that environment. So I would say the solution, better way is to go for foliar application of the fertilizer. That's the best way, but it requires more cost. So we can integrate, we can do some of the soil application and do for some foliar application. So these are the sort we require for foliar application, for drip irrigation, for hydroponic. These I will be talking in the last next slides. So fertigation. You all know that our water is being scarce now, the groundwater, and we get very less efficiency of fertilizers. So both the problem can be solved by the fertigation. It has great advantage. I will not go in great detail of these things, but I just want to give you the glimpse of advantage and disadvantage of it. The disadvantage is that it's costly and technical. And we have to solve that problem. Maharashtra has already solved this problem, had installed lot of fertigation, drip irrigation system. So you see that. Why I have emphasis? See that the nitrogen efficiency has gone up to 95% with the use of fertigation. And similarly, phosphorus efficiency has gone almost double from 20 to fertigation, it goes up to 45%. So hydroponic, I would go for this technique. See, what does that means? Without use of water, no, sorry, soil, we can go for crop production. So how it possible? It's possible that we are providing the nutrition through soil water solution. We are adding the nutrient into the solution and then reaches to the plant root and plant grows. And somebody can ask that why should we go for, because we have the soil and we can apply in there, but many soils are wasteland. We cannot use them. So at least under a protected environment, we can grow a crop there. So that's the technique. And it has to come. See the Japan. Japan totally 80% of these techniques are being used there. So we have to come to these things because our land is shrinking, rapid urbanization, rapid industrialization. So there is no wonder that we should go for these things because it is the time has come that we have to shift to the various newer technique. Aeroponic, surprising, but I would not say that it's a, this hydroponic and aeroponics are being practices. Have you heard the hanging garden of Babylons? They have used this many thousand years before this technique. But that has not been into the practice. Similarly, this aeroponic, we spray the root in the air and that's sufficient to grow a plant. So especially for the potato cultivation, this and seed production of potato because minor and smaller mini tube are being created. That serves a big load of the seed production of potato. So these are the techniques. This is now vertical gardening. So we have to go for that also wherever the land is not available and we can use the fertilizer through drip irrigation system so that plant can grow well. Now, lot of that is being done now that we will go for drone application of fertilizer through drone. But I have a bit of reservation in this thing that unless and until we should come to the specific research on this and particularly on the newer molecules and their efficiencies, their application method and their uses, we have to go forward for research on those issues. There are many researchable issues on this particular topic and we have to go way forward from that. Soil health, integrated nutrient management. I will go quickly because you all know that we should go for the carbonaceous fertilizers as well as the biofertilizers. So I will show you in links. Time is shortened and I want to give a brief message. See this cow dung. There was a big problem in that cow dung that we advocated, we scientists have advocated that we should dig the pit and then put the dung in that and then get decomposed, well decomposed and then use it. But nobody did the pit. I assure you that this technology was almost failed. So what new research says that just if you have a cow dung and you want to decompose it, just cover it with this black polythene. It should have the 70% of the moisture, that's it, and cover it with the polythene, and that makes the things better and easy. Within one month or 2 months or so, you get the very good compost, well decomposed. So it's easy. Press mud, I will show you. It has a lot of advantage because it has the sulfur also, and calcium sulfate is being used to clarify the juice in the sugar milk. So whatever the calcium sulfate is being used for the clarification of the juice, rest comes in this press mud. This is ganne ki melli. Very good source of carb. Okay, first one thing I forget to mention. Why we should go for the organic manures? I'm very particular and very patent to this topic that our soil are being um, depleted in organic carbon. Our soil was, suppose it was 0.8% before we started the intensive cultivation. Now we have come to the 0.35% only. So we require at least 0.5% of organic carbon in the soil for sustainable crop production. We are talking about the sustainable crop production, continuous crop production for million years, as we are doing in the past. So why should not we maintain the organic carbon? So these are the alternatives to maintain the organic carbon. I tell you, जमीन की कोई जान है, जमीन की कोई life है, तो it is only organic carbon. And these are the alternative I am suggesting to increase the organic carbon. Green manure. Many green manures can be used for enriching the soil. It has 4 particular advantages. Its root goes deeper, and whatever the nutrients are lying there in the deeper layer, they come up because we are incorporating the residue on the surface. So it meets in the next crop. Similarly, it releases the organic acid to dissolve the nutrient in the surface soil. So that is an advantage. And then we are having lot of foliage as a biomass, so which increases the organic carbon. We can use the moong, we can use the sunai, lobia, the coffee, and then suspenia. Very useful grain manure. Now, fourth advantage, when you pull the plant of any leguminous crop, you will see that there are nodules in the roots. What are these? These are nitrogen fixing bacteria which fixes the nitrogen. And you see that a lot of nitrogen is being fixed by these bacteria because they live into they are symbiosis relationship. So you see that in this gancha has fixes up to 130 kg of the nitrogen per hectare. That's what we require for any simple cereal or horticulture crop, vegetable crops. So that means you grow for gancha, you don't require nitrogen. No, not like that, because this all its nitrogen is not being utilized immediately. So we have to integrate it with the chemical fertilizer, addition of urea. We can reduce the dose of the urea. Nevertheless, with the time, you will cutting down the urea application over the years. So very useful techniques. Our ancestors used to use these techniques, but we have forget now to use them. Nitrogen fixation, as I said, as I narrated that now, compost. Lot of talk has been done that we should not burn our trali and where residue will go. So one alternative suggests that we could make the compost, and it's easy to make the compost. We will not go in detail how to make the compost. There is much literature on that, and you can learn that. But my message is that we could go for making it compost and enrich by adding microorganism in that like Azotobacter, PSP, and Trichoderma, so many things. And this Trichoderma VD particularly is useful for disease resistance. Compost. You know that vermicompost can be another alternative. I have given for a training to the farmers and to the educators that how we can go for vermicomposting. I can share this PDF, but as such, my message is that we can go for these. This is a Suspenia protein, Acinia protein. This is very useful species because it makes a very good vermicompost. These pictures I have taken from the farmer's field. He has made the vermicompost and without spending a lot of money. He has used the conventional way to make you can make the livelihood. You can take the lessons also. I always advocate to the farmers and particularly to the entrepreneurs that we could go for this as an entrepreneur by making the vermicompost. And you can get the lessons from DDA agriculture for making these, and then you can fetch at least 1,000 rupees per month while making this vermicompost. Why should not we go for this employment? We ask for the job of Patasi and for the DC rate. Why should not we go for these things? It will enrich our soil and make our livelihood. Biofertilizer. You see that these biofertilizers are very useful, as I narrated that these Azotobacter, Azosporium, blue-green mildew, these increase the microbial content into the soil. And there are 4 ways to application of these by adding through the soil, mixing with soil and you add into the soil, or you add through drip irrigation these because they are in the liquid form, and you can seed treatment with these, and also you can make a solution and dip the seedling roots also. So biogas cell, it's a wonderful thing. A very enriched biofertilizer or compost, which has all the nutrient, and while getting the this manure, you can also have the gas for the kitchen. So there are many advantages of this and very easy to install because nowadays many perfect mechanisms are there. Okay, message has come that I should complete it. So this is the subsoiler which makes the soil easy to reduce the hard time. And we should not burn the prairie. This message has gone a long way because it has a lot of nutrient and there are many machines by the government as such. And in conclusion, we should go for the balanced nutrition, soil testing, multi-nutrient deficiency has to be taken up, and we should manage our soil, biofertilizer, carbonaceous fertilizers, all these things I have narrated. Thank you very much. So nice of you.
For such an informative presentation. Moving next Please unmute yourself. And request you to please unmute yourself. We are not able to hear you. Please unmute yourself.
Very good morning, one and all. Today at this auspicious occasion, with this international conference on innovative approaches uh, in agriculture, particularly horticulture, allied sciences, by using the digital technology device. I am here to present for the uh, international conference event. Uh, and thanks to the organizer for giving me an opportunity to uh, deliver my presentation. Uh, I'm presenting as a of this worldwide project, and this project is SGT. Thanks to Honorable Vice Chancellor of SGT University, SGT University, Badwaji and the team for calling me on this occasion. I'm delivering my presentation here to make that we are developing at our center. And I just don't want to make the simple presentation. Rather, make the I want to make the I just start my presentation right now. Uh, I'm audible to every one of you. Is my presentation is visible to every one of you? Okay. So today I'm here to present different kinds of the technologies which are available at IAAHAS Center. Uh, every uh, every aspirants, researcher aspirants is aiming to make the comfort and technical applications in the agriculture for soil precision outcomes. So this is the project of Center of Excellence for Digital Farming Solutions for enhancing productivity by robots, drones and AGV. We are aiming to make this which is related to the agriculture robotics and its development, agriculture drones, which are unmanned aerial vehicles, and agriculture automated guided vehicles. These are the three divisions, and under these three divisions, we are having a different portfolios as a participation of international, national level of uh, the scientists, the scientists which are working here in this center. And at this juncture, I like to present you the climate-based decision knowledge support center as one of the center where different types of sensors, different types of for identifying different climate-based parameters to develop a decision support PSS for the farmers, for the researchers to make all kinds of inculcating the activity very convenient and comfortable to those who are concerned of making precision agricultural activity. Having a different software tools which are used for the biometric NPK identification by use of the sensors, and this climate-based decision knowledge support center is aiming to make the level information so that a farmer or with this facility. So many such as meteorologists, agronomists, entomologists, and different disciplinary applications as a pathologist, maybe they are going to make them the different agriculture operations and their facility as one of the important portfolio. And seedling processing nursery automation center. The seed is the demand of the farmer, and seedling also is the demand of the farmer. Seed processing unit established at this center by using the digital tools, and that in which we have a robot, grafting applications, and we can have the vegetable transplanter transplant the seedlings that which we use of the robot. So these having SSPM as a seedling processing nursery automation. Then we in the economic aspects, and considering the small farmer with their paying capacity, the small solar system, auto, and photovoltaic batteries, and we are having the as such to make the automation needs the farmer needs one or two laborers, or maybe up to batch of 10 laborers. Those difficulties smart portable machinery. So we have developed smart the water treating robot and small sprayer mechanisms. We have electric gate and maybe trolley operated different kinds of the comfortable electric vehicles. So that is SPM center. Then food processing automation, there is food processing smart tool. We have developed the 3D fuse deposition method based tool that is called 3D food printer, and thinking of different types of designs of mukum and the kinds of those applications that are attracting to the customers as a food products. So value addition plus kinds of arches which are to be developed on the food that we are doing here. So food processing and different types of tools that we are going to introduce you here at this juncture. And then instrumentation cell is that we have different types of instrumental applications and the applications which are going to make the guide in this regard that they can have the techniques development at the center, and they can check and verify with the available kit which is we have setup of mechatronics lab and hydraulic pneumatics sensors lab includes of soil which are related to the above soil surface plant canopy or environment, and we are also making the application tools to be available for the student in making comparison of the devices with their available technologies, and this technology will be helpful to them to make their continuing research is one of the aspects I will like to show you rather than explaining all these, so that it will be a clear-cut idea for all those who are interested to join these new innovations at this center. So I am happy that the different types of center-related activities I am just prepared here to show you. So these are the different portfolios and different divisions. At this division, we can make the ideas and technology. So we can we can go through the what the facility we have. At this center, we have agribots, jackal and husky types, which can be which can be planned and get routed into the field for the crop monitoring system, health condition of the plant, and we can develop such a jackal and husky to make the field applications and the custom design of robot arm, custom any camera holding system by use of the 3D printer. So 3D for any of the idea, any of the design which we thought, and we just make it solid model. We have a CAD/CAM software lab. I mean the CAD/CAM application which we design and develop, and then we test it in the. We confirm its analysis. After analysis, we confirm, and then we print and then get tested. And their crop monitoring systems, programming, RAS programming, R programming, and their applications will help us to know how what is the situation in the field. Even agriculture division, we have developed the plant population counter by use of the Python programming. They uh, flip of this just jackal or husky robot, there it counts the plant, the fruits, and gives the number to plants and fruits. So that's numbering system matrix cell, which is matrix developed in the software, will be help, and it will be useful identify where exactly the insects are occurring, and then the location of that insect, if we can uh, make a plan and get the sprayer design to go to that exact position where the GPS location identifies the insect is where the place that portion only to be precisely sprayed. So pest and pest control activity, there is a huge wastage of the pest while making the spraying operation. So plant to plant or row to row, there is a distance, and if we apply the drone, the the distance in which the spray pesticides get wasted, so that can be minimized. So this is what we have. The drone and their component design. Our students are doing their practices, they are designing experiment, they are spraying, they are also mapping, they are taking aerial views and different crops and different health conditions, state of art, and we are preparing the reports to make the controlling and monitoring of the plant by using the drone. No doubt, the drone and robot the automation based system by using the mission planner software, and there you can make the GPS locations, and the round trip of the device, maybe it is a robot or maybe it is a drone. You can use that round trip for perfection of unmanned application there. But the thing, if it goes wrong, then the drone either robot will come back to the home position where from it started. So we have different types of drones here in this lab, and we have a drone component manufacturing facility also available at this center. I like to show you all those so that I'll just make a completion of round of information about the center and available resources. As I am showing here, the different types of drones, their facilities. Then we have that will be definitely going to help the students to develop small, portable, those automated guided program-based devices in which one can go for designing such a device which will be economically affordable. For example, we have started designing the sprayer. The sprayer with the different designs and the different a pattern which we think according to the vegetable crop pattern in the row and their position and location and how it looks like. Accordingly, the spray position, nozzle position and their distance and their movements, all those things we decide. Nowadays, as in the field, so fuel is also very high, cost, not affordable. So we have decided to make the solar based, photovoltaic based applicant devices, which will be a small portable and it will be a automated guided based application. So those things are designed and developed in this CAD-CAM lab. So you see that this CAD-CAM lab, wherein we have this facility, we can make analysis and for this analysis we use as a researcher. They can see how much is space developed in the structure analysis, how much is the fluid is passing by using CFD analysis, and how much is the heat is generated, that is by thermal analysis. In fact, we have a electronics application is, then we can make the electromagnetic flux or the stresses analysis. So this is very interesting for the new aspirants who are interested. CDKS, as I just now explained, we have our faculty team expert are working in the national level and they are developing their own model, the tools which will be helpful to the farmers. We have a facility, kind facility to use the GPS, GIS based those all the tools. And the most important thing for this center is that we got two knowledge partners, Indian Institute of Technology Kharagpur and Indian Institute of Technology Bombay. Those who are helping us join us. Also, we have one of the oldest institute, College of Engineering Pune, Government College of Engineering Pune, which is also associated. And in fact, the activities which are relating to the GIS, GPS, that all together is planetarily been associated with international scientists also. And then those all international scientists who are connected to this center, they are going to help us by use of the knowledge sharing system. They are also invited. They are also coming to this center for giving different kinds of the climate-based decision knowledge support tools, applicants for identifying the different kinds of parameters. So the another thing that is which is very interesting, we have planned for the not only this another portfolio, that is seedling processing nursery automation. We have planned for the different nursery entrepreneurs who are gathered and they are planning to make their different plants to be grafted because we have kinds of a specification limitations of the plants, and these plants are having a specific diameter up to say for 3 mm or 2 mm. So 2 mm or 3 mm is same. The rootstock and the scion, the rootstock and scion, they are decided to cut and join together by use of the clipping. So we can have 5,000 plants, 5,000 plants that can be produced by use of one grafting robot. So like this, we have two grafting robots in which two operator and single operator robot. So that I am going to show you, and that's the interesting thing for those who are. And we have a cold van facility to make these all grafted plants available for at different university centers in 8 districts as a Marathwada region constituency of this university. So I'm also like to invite you all people who have today joined us, and I welcome you all to welcome you at this NAHEP center, which we call it as a DFS, near to uh, the Aurangabad, and you can email to pivnmkv@gmail.com, or you can access the website vnmkv.org.in. So this website and their applications, I mean those all things which are available here can be seen, and we suddenly also now plan to start the trainings and the drone training specifically, which is a continuous demand from the farmers and the researchers who need a license, particularly DGCA license. So for that we have started planning, and it will start soon in the month of first week of May. We are starting first batch. So the training talent is available with us. So smart portable in smart portable machinery, we have different the lift which is mounted on the jeep vehicle, and the moped which is helpful to the go to the urban city side at taluka place or district place for their carrying milk. We have made available this chilled carrier with the moped power of energy, electric power. One can go do the small operations in the field. So the tools that are to be trailed with the rear carrier of the vehicle. So you can use this vehicle also for your different applications. We are having the plantation, small plantation machineries, and also the kinds of tools which are developed for the small tractors, on which the farmer can see the tool, and he can enjoy how much is the total acres of area he used cultivator or rotavator. So the metering mechanism for the custom hiring or the farmer who are in need of knowing the exact calculation of their feed application by use of the tool, that tool is we are having with us. In the 3D foot printer, this is a 3D foot printer. I'll show you. It's a video, and this is very interesting. That this entire device is working on the mobile Android application. Any lady workman, working entrepreneur can make the different choice of selection of their this the extruding kinds of a design, and more than 50 which are designs developed by this center. One can go for any application. This works by three axis of motion: x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. The offer is mean target for the kinds of application in the variety of range, so that one machine will solve the purpose of all kinds of food processing products. We have developed a disinfection box at this center, which is very cheap at this availability, because this corona time it was very much essentially required, and people are interested to get this disinfection box at their home. So we have developed this disinfection box also. We have a mechatronics lab. We have SMC group related all instruments and device. We are developed different types of mechatronics components, and we are having applications of 3D printing, scanning, reverse engineering. These are all different types of applications which we can take out from the 3D printing. So you see the different applications, and their all kinds of outcome and their product, which will be a new innovative ideas for the researcher aspirants. So the different applications and their experimental activities, students as they are performing at this university, I am having some of those glimpses that they are using this passive maybe as a lab facility with the sensors to run and see how the spectral camera multi-band camera, parallaxical camera. We have a camera system. I mean the camera which are thermal camera which are the sensitizing different health condition by like photosynthesis. I mean the chlorophyll content and different contents of the plant that can be identified and you can search it up. So we have a machine like this is a cotton picker machine and with this cotton picking machine one can see that the lady also can work easily and this cotton picker machine is very cheap. It is in which you can use the two batteries and the four solar panels of 12 volt applications and then 20 kg drum. Cotton is get stuck by pneumatic pressure. We have a spinner mechanism here to get the cotton sucked into the petals which are dust which is coming up can be prevented by using the filter. So I just like to show you this by videos at the end of this presentation and just like to show you the cotton that is collected, how is it collected in the drum and it collects around 150 kg cotton. We have another robot which is we have designed for the sake of researcher and how the cotton picking process can be done by using the robotic arm. So this is a very interesting. The experiment may be successful, but the continuity and the speed of response is just we need to. We are developing that robotic arm also. We have the vegetable transplanter and this transplanter 265 plants within 1 minute. And this runs are again the photovoltaic and the remote which is wired or maybe wireless. So using this electronics simple technology by our research student, it is get proposed to the different types of paper pot chain vegetable transplanter, which is helpful to the farmers as the need, present day's need, and then care of the labor is the biggest problem which is not available. So I just put the some technical specifications for the robot arm which is we designed, and certainly you see that the students have designed this robot arm and they have tested in the software and then they started making components of this this robot arm. So the component which is printed and this component is assembled and then you are applying it for the cotton picking process is a continuous researcher chain for the researcher to develop different kinds of robot arm. So the relative aspect which covers the kind of this the operation which is to be successfully done. If there is any error, any kind of corrections, then students immediately go to the lab and they do the component. So making repainting and corrections, they get their product to be developed and product is finally designed and satisfactorily performed. The student gets copyrights and they make their patents as of their interest, which is very much essentially what is the students are preparing. They learn how the CAD CAM software is to be operated, how the applications, and thereby they are inspired to develop their new machine, new device. So this is going to be help us to make the different applicant devices as I'm just showing you, and the results that comes with the students are get published with the high marks rated journals, and that is a present day's requirement that students should have. Yes, they have their all field data by using manual method. They get the huge data collected. They are in the progressive steps now. So different kind of information that is collected, which will be helpful for developing AI models. So I am having just a glimpses to show you all those experiments that they have done. It as a data for the robot to operate and see that how this application is useful. So I just like to say the applications that are we designing, defining. So at the same time, we should have also the same kind of facility. Now at this juncture, I should say, we are going to make the different international university application linkages. So students have to be sent. So we send around 26 students to foreign countries at this present current year, and the next year, this the next financial year from April to the another April to March 24, we will have another batch to send destinations as a part of their new research with their nucleus interest. They can go and see the facility available with the other country university, and then they are at place not only for just learning, but they are again coming back with the thoughts of developing the same kind of facility at this center. So some of the students went to Spain. They are doing more work with University of Polytechnic Valencia. Some of the students have went AIT Bangkok. Some of the go to USA now. Faculty also, they have sent it to the different. So we saw the horticulture with the value addition and valuable products. There we can deploy the technology, because the technology needs the cost, and when the cost uh, is a problem for the farmer against the investment. So it is naturally that we should think of by redesigning the development of the mechanism. Uh, so I just stop this discussion now. So I just make the just round tour and finish it. So I'm just connected to the another device. Can you see my another device? Can you see my another device?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Just we did a 1 minute for each. This is agri-board division. Are you able to see it in the camera? Are you able?
It is visible. Some network issue is there. I think some network issue is there, and
Am I audible?
yes, sir, you are
Let
audible.
me.
There is some network issue. So, can we wrap up? close schedule. So it will be great if you will wrap up it is your presentation.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you,
I'm
sir.
going to finish. So, this is what showing the wrap up by just showing this is another facility that we have a grafting robot. We have a FLSP applicant device which is running on automation base. We have another grafting robot. We have and lastly, I'll like to speak to lab. This is a mechatronics lab, and we have the drone. This drone application that we are going to establish for design and development at this center. We have a mechatronics application. We have a solar testing facility. You can see most important thing that is that drone, and that is the drone that I'm just showing you. This is a drone, and we have a design and development of our own component. We are designing and developing our own component of drone, and this is a new creation. We have a different types of spray drone and 3D food printer. This is the 3D food printer. Students can make their chocolates or anything that they are interested to develop their own product. So thank you. I should say that this is a very important aspect that we are developing these different kinds of technologies. We have different machines, but because of I have taken a lot of time, I will excuse the next presenter because of me, their presentation. So thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. So, the next keynote address will be delivered by Dr. Anurag Saxena, Principal Scientist, NDRI Karnal. But before that, we will take a small break. And I request all of our dignitaries and delegates to join us for a high tea outside this conference room.